Is it going?
Yes.
Okay, cool. We are approved. So we are live. Hello, everybody. I'm not a ghost, I promise. There we go. Ooh. You want to do your ghost dance for them, babe?
No.
Okay, cool. We are good to go. Confirmation, we are good to go. That. Okay, doke. You got this.
Yep.
Under control?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Let me know when I'm in shot. Good?
Just waiting for you to... There it is.
Okay. Perfect.
There is a delay, so...
Yeah. And then... So, and with the delay, whatever. As you guys know, I'm Scarlet Raven. I've been in a group for a while, and... Was it a couple weeks ago that I posted up to do some readings for you guys? Just because, one, I saw the scammers that were kind of coming in and out, and that's just, well, that's dumb. And two, why not? This is one of the coolest groups I'm in because everybody's chill. So I talked to the beautiful admins, the wonderful admins, the amazing admins, and they said I could go live and do readings for you guys. So I'm super excited to be able to share the energy, kind of give back, if you will, and just hopefully have some fun with you guys. Yeah. We've got, I figured I'll just kind of talk a little bit, till people start showing up. But, so, along with everything else I do, I like to go to the haunted locations, and I posted up the video from this trip a while back, but it's called Bobby Mackey's, and come to find out, it's the most haunted building in the U.S., I think they said it was.
I think at least Kentucky.
At least Kentucky. I think it was the U.S. Like building, not like asylum or anything like that.
Okay, so yeah, single structure.
Yeah. And so we we out in Kentucky for an event, and gosh, it was like 11 o'clock, midnight, when we were driving into town.
Yeah,
and
yeah, we were...
Dark, pitch dark, no idea where we were. Just hillbilly. And so we're driving, and I'm like, that building has some weird energy, and there's like no lights on, couldn't even see the sign. And then we look it up, and we're like, oh, huh, that's interesting. Come to find out it's haunted. So got about that far. I think we just found out that it was a haunted building, and so we were like, oh, let's go check it out. And then literally went to go film for my channel, and then once we finally get home, because we did that on the way back to the airport to head back home.
Yes.
And I was editing, and I ended up getting an EVP it was on your phone when I was talking, and then someone told me that Ghost Adventures had gone there, and then I watched their episode and they caught the same EVP, so that was really cool. But I love to collect artifacts and items that may or may not be haunted. I do not suggest this to everybody because there is just some things you can't do and you can't do safely. And I always am very, very clear with Spirit and let them be very clear with me on if they want me to have a piece of them, have a piece of their land. And this was a very important one to Spirit because they do haunted tours and ghost hunts and things like that. And a lot of times those really can cause a little upset in Spirit because if someone's doing it where they're mocking or yelling and screaming or they just don't like being bothered, then it's, you know, not being respected. But the energy and Spirit at Bobby Mackey's were very excited to say, go ahead and take this little piece of tile. And so I have given them a little bit of honor while having that energy in my home. So I thought I'd share that with you guys. That was a super fun experience. So we're going to get into the readings. I'm going to be using my cards like last time, but I'm also going to be using my dowsing rods. Now, the dowsing rods will give you a yes or no answer. Can you show me a yes? Please go back to neutral. Can you show me a no? On the other side too, please. There they go. Can you go back to neutral? Please. I have to say please. Then they work. Perfect, thank you. So a lot of these will be yes or no questions, but as you can see, they're so much fun because you get to see them do them. So do we have any questions going there?
No questions yet. We got a couple people watching.
Perfect. Questions can literally be anything except for medical because I'm obviously not a doctor. And third party, which basically is spine. So like, oh, does so-and-so feel this way about me or this or that? That's not cool with Spirit. But if there's anything that you're not sure, if it's third party or anything off, go ahead and comment with it. And if my husband doesn't know, he'll ask me, and we can always reword things a little bit. So, asking about, let's see, what do people ask about? Love, work, friendships. I guess I'll do one for you. Do you want a card, or do you want Dustin?
Let's go cards. Let's do cards.
Okay, I'm gonna do this guy. I like this deck because it kind of gives you a little instruction. It's called the Super Attractor. It kind of just jumped out of my hand there. And basically, it's a really good deck for giving guidance. So I'm just going to do general guidance.
Sure.
Because you don't have a specific question, because I said so. These cards are really thick. So it takes them a while to kind of feel where they want to be. Okie dokie. I don't know what that means. Okay. Gotcha. Don't be afraid if you hear the noise, a cat is messing with things. That's what that means. Okie dokie. So, this is the one that fell out earlier that I put back. The universe powerfully responds the instant I align with love.
Aww.
Aww.
That's sweet.
Aww, that's so sweet. What does that mean to you? Anything? That means the world is going to align when he buys me a present that is a bush baby.
You might want to explain to people what a bush baby is, just in case.
It's an adorable little animal, and if you look it up, you have to look up videos of baby bush babies. okay? Your head will explode. Anyways, so cool. Well, guys, feel free to go ahead and type in the comments. Like I said, they are free. If you feel like tipping, it's there. But the readings are free, and I'm just doing this because everybody here has been really cool. Okay.
Are we going to be able to go to the beach this week?
Oh, we'll just do the ride. We're going to be able to go to the beach this week. Which is kind of funny that it's like, I don't know, because when it stays straight out like that, I mean, it hit my finger on here, that's why I stopped it. But this one was like, yes, and this one's like, oh no. Our schedule is literally, that's our schedule.
Right.
That's your work life. Are we going to make it to a second day at the beach this week? Uh-oh. It's not looking too positive.
Well, it means a good day at work.
Right?
So
it is positive.
Yeah. we're gonna stay positive, and it's like, well, we might not be able to go to the beach, but hopefully have a good day at work.
Right? That means work is keeping you busy in a good way.
Good way. Yes.
Good way. Yes.
He's keeping me busy.
Perfect. Let's see here. What else happened this week? Anything exciting? Oh, yeah. I've got my elementals here. So I do a lot of work with elementals. That's my ocean. There's my beach. And then, because I'm weird, these are my raccoon teeth. So those I keep in this box that I actually made because the cat has a tendency to break anything glass. And so I decided to make a box for my elementals so that the cat didn't destroy us.
Sarah is asking, we have our first question. Thank you, Sarah.
Ding, ding, ding. Hi, Sarah.
Sarah is saying, I've been single for a while and I'm going to meet someone soon.
Ooh. We're going to do a couple things with that because... Okay. We're going to do these. Okay. Now, this is just soon, so this isn't telling you exactly when. Will Sarah be meeting a love interest soon? Sound like somebody's mother. Oh. So this is good. It's saying yes. And then it's really going to yes. Thank you. Okay, now, we all have things we need to do every time we end up back in that dating pool, and things we need to do not just for ourselves, but for our energy. So I'm going to see Sarah, what you need to really focus on with your energy for this new love that you're going to find. Ooh, that one stuck out. So, oh my God. Wish upon a star. That's what the card says. Make a wish and expect the very best. So what that's telling me is needing to look for the positive a little more, look a little more optimistic, and in the dating scene, that's very difficult.
Never lower your standards. I'll say that. I'm not going to assume what Sarah is attracted to, but never lower your standards. You deserve the best.
Right? You know, you wish on that star, and you wish the biggest wish you could wish.
Absolutely. Sandy is saying, I want to move back to my hometown. Will that happen soon?
Okay. Well, first of all, Sarah, thank you so much, and good luck. And yeah, hopefully that makes sense to you. Okay.
Sandy is asking about moving back to her hometown soon. Or hometown. Will that happen soon?
Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to see what the rods have to say. Sandy going to move back to her hometown soon. Now, soon is a very fluid term. So don't take this as a bad thing. I don't know if you could notice, but they didn't go straight to no. They kind of danced around a little bit. It took them a little while to get there. So it's not going to happen soon. Honestly, I get the feeling it's going to be at least around 3 months, somewhere in there, give or take. Now, again, universe does what it wants, and we don't have control over that. It's going to feel like it takes a while, but it is going to happen. Let's see here. Now, I'm going to use this deck and kind of do the same thing and see, you know, where you're at and what advice, ooh, not all of cards, what advice it can give. And this deck basically is more of a giving you soul advice, giving you things to do to really just kind of cleanse and help yourself and really support yourself. I do have a feeling there's going to be a little bit of waiting, and there's already been enough waiting to where it's like, okay, I'm ready. So don't let that discourage you or tailor down your energy. Now, it's interesting, you got the card says, what excuses am I making right now? No more waiting. There will never be a good enough time. The time is now. So that's very interesting. There's a few steps you need to take where you are now before you head out there. A few things you need to clear up, kind of button up almost, and this is what you are supposed to be doing right now in this time. What's up?
I didn't say anything.
Okay. I thought you were looking at me.
Sarah says that your glasses are fire.
Ah, thanks.
And now that we're having this kind of like weird middleman conversation, Sandy has just posted, I've been waiting 5 years, so 3 months sounds good. So
good.
In the grand scheme of things, it's honestly not that bad.
Yeah,
you know?
no, that's great. And, 3 months, it's like, oh, God, I just, for some reason, I keep getting a 3. And I really hope I'm right. But like I said, the universe has its own plan. Now, your soul action for today, if it's important enough to you, you will find a way. Today, make a decision and do it, even if you don't feel ready. Listen to your heart. You will be led. I love this card for you, especially in this situation. I don't know, not really a situation, but in this instance.
In this point in time.
Yeah, it works out really perfect with what's going on, and you really the universe just wants you to really get these things finished and buttoned up and say what needs to be said in these relationships before you move and do all of this. So I really do wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for trusting me. Do we have anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody? Bueller.
Bueller?
You can always ask another question if you want. If nobody else is going to speak up, then...
Yeah, let's have some fun with it,
Okay. Do you have a question?
Me? No.
Okay, the cat has a question. She's telling me.
Oh.
When is Mom gonna shut up? That's literally. Is Mom gonna shut up soon? No.
That's a negative Ghost Rider. That pattern is full.
Is Mom gonna bring home another dumb cat?
Oh God, no.
Look at this. Oh. Yes and no. So maybe it'll be like that Chihuahua.
I'll take those dowsing rods and pound them into something.
We saw this Chihuahua. Poor guy. It's always the Chihuahuas that look racked and half dead, but they're completely okay and they're happy. But they just look like they've been through a battle of epic proportions. Maybe that's what I'm going to bring home.
Oh, okay. Sandy just replied, that totally makes sense. Thank you so much.
Oh, nice.
That's great.
Well, I'm glad that resonated, and hopefully that helps. And, of course, sit with it for a little bit. Watch it again if you need to. And if you need to message me just to be like, okay, clarify for me, or refresh, send me a picture of the card, whatever you need to kind of help remind yourself and push you and everything else. But yeah, there's just a few things going on. But it's going to happen. And I have a feeling it's going to be a very, very good thing for you too. You're going to be so much happier. I'm like angry cat pitting her ears back because Mom is speaking.
You're making so much noise.
Anybody want a cat?
This now has turned into a raffle.
Raffle, $5 per ticket.
We need to hit about 120 tickets. No, we need interest. We need 500 tickets. No, don't do that. No. Yeah, you can still hear me. I can tell.
Was she trying to ignore you?
Oh yeah, big time. You won't get rid of me.
Should we just start going live and talking crap to our cat, and then film her just like being grump?
Yeah, well, we can turn it into an art piece and sell it to a museum for ridiculous amounts of money.
So since it's a true crime group, let's ask some true crime questions on dowsing rods.
Okay.
I guess, being you're from Hawaii, I know there's the one guy that was in like the warehouse. Was he at like Sand or something?
Oh, Sand Island?
Yeah, that one guy.
Okay.
I know about him.
Yeah.
The shooting, wasn't it? Or was it stabbing?
It was... Oh, man, that is a long time ago.
But that's the one I know about that happened out there.
Disgruntled employee, from what I remember. I have to look it up personally. Disgruntled employee and held a hostage. So it was definitely a very heated situation, especially where it is, when it happened, that time in the world, things like that.
And the fact is, Hawaii, stuff like that just
doesn't necessarily happen all the time.
And I hate saying that.
Yeah.
But it's true.
Well, it's when Hawaii was still fairly innocent and had, still kept its archipelago kind of status, if you will, being shielded from everything. Mm-hmm. And we get a butterfly effect in Hawaii. I'm going off on a tangent here, but anything that happens in the mainland continental U.S., it's almost twofold, threefold to Hawaii. Mm-hmm. But we've never been directly affected with a situation such as that. Here we go.
Oh, cool. It's just interesting to me that there's not as much of the true crime type of stories from, say, Hawaii.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, where's at the beach or drunk, stoned, or?
But stuff's going down.
Oh yeah. So Sandy just wrote here.
Okay. What do we got?
Sandy just replied. Thank you again, Sandy, for sharing everything with us, or at least sharing what you are. This means so much. I've been so unhappy in the town I'm in. There are some things that need to be updated and painted before I put my house on the market. So hopefully those are just a few little things that she can do.
Yep.
Instead of things pushing in a negative way, but hey, that's great.
And while you are doing that, this is a wonderful, wonderful thing. So while you're doing that, you literally can envision yourself sweeping away all of the crap, all of the bad stuff, everything, and you're putting a fresh new coat on that. And that energy is, it's fresh, new, shiny, kind of smelly energy. It's great.
Jennifer just wrote, should I try for a promotion at my work or look for a new career? That one's good. And then she asked another question, which we'll address once we work on the promotion.
Well, don't lose that.
Yeah, I got it right there.
Okay, so when they go inward, it means promotion. And when they go outward, it means the new direction.
New career.
New career.
Yeah.
I always say direction. I don't know why. So, let's see what we got. Okay, so there is that. Now, what I feel with that, again, you kind of saw the hesitation there. It's you're going to get the promotion. You should go for that. But there's something in the promotion I'm feeling isn't 100% what you want and what you should be doing. But there's a way to make it that. And so it's like, get your promotion, but make it your promotion. There's going to be a lot of changes that you're going to be able to make and institute, even if they're small changes. And sometimes I get a feeling there's something with the flow of the day that is just absolutely chaotic that one simple thing would fix, and you would actually be able to finally fix that for people. So think of it that way. Now, what was the second?
And Jennifer, saying Jennifer, just so we're clarifying, should I go back to school?
Okay, so let me see. I'm going to use the soul advice. I think that's a good one for this one. So let's see what advice for your soul. I'm going back to school.
And I'll, once you do that, I'll throw in my 2 cents, if that's okay.
You throw in your 2 cents while I'm letting a card fly.
Well, I'm going to let the cards talk.
Oh,
and
okay.
Then,
he wants to make sure he's right.
and then we have another question here from Tina.
Perfect.
And but we're going to take care of Jennifer's back to school question here first.
Okay, this is good because this kind of seems to be aligning with work as well. Do I know all of my strengths and am I using them? So, we all have superpowers, but it's up to us to uncover them. When we live and lead with our strengths, we are able to show up in our zone of genius. This inspires others to do the same. That really kind of goes along with the promotion to me, because you're going to be doing a lot of inspiring, lack of sounding cheesy, in this position. You're going to be doing more like, hey, let's do this, kind of almost leading a team in a way. Now, your soul action for today is to ask yourself, how can I use one of my soul's gifts today to contribute to this open and ready world? I really love that. It's reminding you that even the smallest thing that you put out in the universe helps. Now, let's ask the dowsing rods on the school. Inward will be for school. Yes, for school. Outward will be hold off a little bit. I don't think there's a no. There's never a complete no. Inward. So, and then how these ones went, they kind of went just a little bit and then they went in. I really see that as, if you could start part-time or do a few things here and there, not overwhelming yourself. The overwhelm is a big issue and that doesn't need to happen. So I think it's just go for what's in front of you and still go for what's ahead of you at the same time. Now, you say what you have.
We'll hold off, but yeah, I think I won't go into complete detail just because Tina here has been patiently and kindly waiting. But I would say to Jennifer, don't take a full course load. I'm not going to assume anything about what your life is like, and learn to learn on your own is huge. Myself becoming a student at 40 plus years old again has definitely been interesting. So, but let's.
A lady never reveals her age.
Yeah. Who said I was a lady?
Your cat did.
Right. So.
The cat you stole from me did.
And Jennifer just replied, "Ha ha ha! Overwhelmed is a constant state in my life. Thank you." Well, hopefully that gets better with time, there, Jennifer. I'm just saying that because I'm reading it.
Yeah, and Jennifer, start writing down lists.
Oh, big time.
Oh, yeah, this guy. He was not the list guy. I forced him to do lists. It took a while to get him to do it, and it really helps break things down, and you can get it on paper, and it's not in here fighting with all the other words.
Yeah. Let's address Tina here real quick. And
sorry, Tina.
So, Tina says she is eligible for retirement. Should I go for it?
Oh, perfect. Let's see what these have to say. Should Tina go ahead and use her retirement that she is eligible for? Okay. Hold on. We're not getting a response. So, I am going to go to the card. So, when that happens, there's a lot more information that needs to be said than yes or no. So, I'm going to go with the unicorn deck. This is a very good deck to kind of give you a little more on your spirit guides, how they're kind of feeling and how they feel about the situation. They're definitely a little scared about it. They definitely, it's a big change, and they're even saying this is about like probably too much change for us right now. And I definitely get that, and I understand that. So let's see here. Come on. It was getting stuck in there.
Casey, who I believe is one of the admins,
Yes.
just said, hey.
Hey Casey, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. So, interesting that you get imagine. And what it says is, what would you see, feel, think, and hear if your wish came true? This is basically kind of asking you to sit back and say, okay, I take it, I retire. What do I feel? What do I see for myself? It's almost like, I feel like it's like, I don't know what I would do with myself because now I have all this free time, or now I can do all of these things, but there's so many things that you kind of get lost in them. So, you know, a sense of direction is very important, I feel, to you, and feeling of possibly losing that a little bit without having the routine is definitely scary, even for your guides. But honestly, I think you need to really sit and just kind of write down a pro and cons. We're back to the list, and go through and be like, this is what I see my life being. And when you look at that, does that include being able to be retired? I mean, you have worked this hard, you deserve it. You've earned it, you deserve it. So, truthfully, right now, I would say yes, but you need to make the decision for you on it, where you are comfortable wise, and if you're ready to kind of have that vastness in your schedule, that openness. I'm dealing with it. Trust me, I know.
I would say, you know, to a more, hold on. Thank you so much. So she said thank you.
Oh,
you're welcome, Tina.
you're welcome, Tina.
Best of luck, and hopefully retirement suits you well. I would say on a more, or do you just want me to?
No, you're good.
Okay.
I'm just smiling, so I'm not the whole time. You want me to look like that the whole time?
Like the cat?
Yeah, you want me to look like your cat the whole time?
Just not to delve into anyone's personal business, but just make sure you're financially stable. We've got a lot of interesting times coming ahead of us, and you know, be ready for anything. So,
And if you have a moment where you're having a freak out, just let me know.
Yeah,
I'm here.
she says. Tina said, "Me too." You know, she's scared.
Yeah.
And it's a big leap, definitely.
It's huge.
And it might just be the comfort of your life, in your job, your career, you know, the situations around you.
Routine.
Yeah, it took me a while, me personally, get out of a routine that was backbreaking, labor intensive, soul crushing. I will say that. But because I was
And
so
then I made him do something else soul crushing.
What's that?
And then I made him do something else completely soul crushing.
What, this?
No, the hobbies.
Oh no, that too. Well, that was on top
I
of
thought
that.
you were talking about...
That was because of you.
Wow, guys, marriage 101.
Okay, so we got a a bunch here.
Some more coming through.
Yeah,
yes, please save me from him right now.
But anyway, Macy, hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Hello, anything for me? Well, Macy, ask us a question.
Or if you just want to see what the cards have in store, just say general and he'll let me know.
Okay, and then real quick, we'll get to that. And then Tamara, hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Just saying hey. And Tina said, thank you so much. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Tamara would love a reading if drawn. So let's go back to Macy. Hopefully I'm saying that right. If you got a question or general, we'll shoot with general. General. Boom.
General.
Said it. Thank you, Macy. Appreciate the clarification there.
See? Okay, so we're gonna do a couple. There's definitely some questions to be answered. Whoa. Your cat?
Come here.
It's stinky.
Well, you're the one that
She
paid
came
her.
over here and did that.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh. It smells like tuna. Take it.
I don't want it.
Ew. Oh God, I did it.
Are you serious?
Yes. So I have a really bad gag reflex. And the cat just triggered it. Thanks, kitty. He's bringing me my incense over. Okay, seriously. Now, some guidance for you today, which I really love this. I can decide today to recalibrate my energy and commit to love and joy. There's been some snakes in the weeds. There's been a little bit of upset, it feels like. And you almost feel like their upset, their drama, their stuff puts a hindrance on your joy. No, it doesn't. You have your joy because you can have your joy. It doesn't matter how they feel. If they want to be in a poopy mood, they can be in a poopy mood. But you can celebrate your joy no matter what. Don't let them kind of bring you down. Now, let's see.
So that was for Macy,
Yes.
correct? Okay, cool. And
we're gonna do one more.
okay,
We're gonna do a soul advice for general.
okay, because we got a couple more.
Yes, I'm
Stack.
going. Says, what can I burn? The world. The cat's farts.
Hey, serious face, all right?
Burn it all. The ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism, the images that run through your head, the reminders of what you did wrong, and the proof that you are not enough. Burn, baby, burn. Your soul is calling. It's time for a rebirth. You are like the phoenix rising from the ashes, no longer attached to the past. You are free. Your wings are ready. Use them. That's an intense general right there. Today's soul action. Make the choice that you will no longer let the past define you. Pick up your pen. What will your next chapter look like? That's really interesting, especially with the committing to love and joy. On top of that, girl, the cards just told you. So I absolutely love that. It's just pushing you to show your joy and just be you. Okay. What do we got next?
Okay, Tamara, please forgive me if I'm not saying it. Tamara, and there's an E in there. Let's see. And she wants a general reading as well.
Okay, perfect.
And then Eileen has never had a reading, so I got to start writing this down. So just let everyone know. Thank you for their patience.
Thank you for patience. I'm teaching him slowly. He's a good student, though.
All right, so Tamara wants a general.
Yes.
General reading.
Whoop.
And then Eileen probably just wants a general.
Yeah. So, Tamara, you got, out of the unicorn deck, laughter. And it says, you need a good laugh. Well, good thing you're here because I just got farted on by the cat.
I think we got a lot of laughing notes from that too.
Probably. That's
So.
like, well, either that or it was me having a gag.
Oh, excuse me. Casey, the admin, is asking for a good card reading.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Are we good with Tamara? Do we need to do anything else for her?
I'm just gonna talk a little
Cool.
bit more.
Go for it.
So, Tamara, it sounds like you need a good laugh. There's a lot of heaviness, a lot of just ugh, which is the case for everybody now with everything that's going on. So, check out some of the memes that get people put in jail, like me, in the group. You'll be fine. Rewatch the cat fart on me while I'm live, being professional and all. Thank you so much, hon. And yeah, just take that time to have a good laugh. Go have some fun, even if it's just screaming in the backyard and waiting to see who calls the cops first.
Okay, so we're gonna jump to Casey real quick. She's just checking in, make sure everything's good. Thank you, Casey, for that. And we'd just like probably a general card reading.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, Casey. Last time you said no, you didn't want one, but we're going to see what the cards have to say to you. And I'm going to pick my gentle deck so you don't cry. You might cry. Okay.
Tamara said she was sad tonight. Oh, go away. So that helped. Good.
Oh, good.
So hopefully,
Yay. I'm glad there's a benefit to the cat farting on my face.
in your general direction.
In my general direction.
And we learned today that it doesn't help to kick and scream and yell about things. You might as well just laugh about it, because we came up with something today that's been kind of a daunting.
Oh God.
A daunting
Bat boop.
action. Don't get started. Daunting action, but instead of us jumping up and down and screaming and yelling about it, we just laughed about it the whole time.
And have fun with the situation.
Work with the situation. Always look for the positive.
Yep. And sorry, it's been rough, but yeah, it's that little reminder to kind of find the humor, to laugh, to have a little bit of fun. Like I said, go in the backyard, scream, see which neighbor's sensitive enough to call the cops first.
Okay. Casey just wrote that my cards always give me a hard time, so maybe yours will go easy on her. Well,
it came out quick. It's been out this entire time.
Okay.
It came right out.
And then Eileen is still waiting, so thank you, Eileen, for being patient there.
We'll get you next, Eileen.
Yes.
Okay, so Casey, when I cultivate a spiritual connection, I can trust the universe no matter what. I do love that, because it's like, yeah, there's no question. I've got this. They've got my back. And you know that the people who are behind you, the energy behind you, i.e. your spirit guides and all of that, they've got your back. And they never do fail you. And you know that everything you feel in your gut, everything with your intuition, you know you can believe and trust. So I do love that. It's just a reminder of, yeah, we know it all. We're awesome. We kick ass. That's amazing.
We're going to come back to Casey, because she's like, I'm interested in love. Oh, so she's interested in love, but let's take care of Eileen. She's definitely been patient. Oh, she said, thank you. I appreciate Eileen. Thank you for being patient.
Thank you.
So yeah, looks like just a general pull for Eileen.
Okay, I'm gonna do Eileen. Eileen needs a hug. I think Eileen needs a hug.
Everybody needs a hug.
I know. I just feel like Eileen needs a hug. So I'm gonna pull the soul one. Eileen, if you need a hug, hug yourself. It's from me. I know it's weird, but we're all weird here. Keep it that weird.
And she said, yes, she does.
I just feel it. I want to hug you. And people hug me all the time, like random strangers. So for me to want to hug somebody, that means something. Okay, so the cards kind of can pack a little punch. It says, what are the dominant emotions that run my life? I'll show you that. How do you fill your day? Stress or joy? Trust or anger? Anxiety or peace? We only have today, right now, the journey. No goal, no destination will bring us the feeling that we seek. But when we begin feeling every day with that which we value most, we attract more of it. This is fulfillment. So think of it as you totally are expressing this energy that's amazing, love, happiness. That's what you're going to attract. And be really conscious about that energy that you're exposing to yourself even. And it's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's not that anything's wrong, but definitely remembering in that moment to be a little brighter and not be so hard on yourself. I'm feeling we're having a little bit of a struggle. Now, your sole action is lean into what you want to feel and adjust your life, your values, and your expectations to match your desires. What do you want to feel? Are you willing to let go of that belief that you have to achieve something to feel it? It's already within you. It's super simple. It's there. It's already happening. You just gotta let it go. You be you, because what you are is perfect and what you are is ideal. And yeah, everybody deserves a hug.
Yeah, damn it.
As long as it's not a weird random stranger in an airport.
Yeah, don't get hugged by the cops in a bad way.
No butt stuff.
Got it, no butt stuff.
So I hope that helps. It just seems like there's a lot of energy that just kind of is like, oh God. And then you don't even realize that I mean, we've had that conversation when we do like our Monday mental health check on our walks. It's like, oh, your energy's a little wet. Oh, I had no idea. So sometimes you don't even realize that you're doing it.
Yeah, you can confide in a friend. Hell, you can even look at yourself in the mirror if you need to and just be like, hey, what's up?
Oh, why are you looking at me like that? Just don't have a fight with the mirror. Did Casey say she wanted a
Casey
relationship?
wanted a love,
love?
Card pull, and then, sorry, these comments are racking interestingly.
I'm too popular for him.
And Eileen just commented, I'm just gonna, so we can follow up with that. Wow, this is on point with my current situation. Girl, girl, letting go is a hard thing for me, but thank you for this reading. Well, I'm, as being one of the most stubborn people on the planet, Eileen, I exactly know how you feel, and you gotta let it go. It took me a long time to figure that out, and I don't remember what the card said, but I'm glad it reverberated.
Focusing on your energy and everything. And honestly, I have some really good techniques that they're meditations, but they're not really intense. So if you want to send me a message, go ahead and send me a message and I can give you a few of those. And a lot of them work with cord cutting and closing things and just kind of, okay, it's there, now it's not, working on getting that energy out. So
let's
Casey's question.
Casey's love question, and then we had a fertility question, which is up to you.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing this deck.
Why is that?
It's still that same card.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not. This was that first card.
Hmm.
It just does not want to do anything tonight, does it? Okay.
So this is Casey's love card pull. Ooh, child.
Ooh, Casey. Am I consistently showing up? So, girl, do we need to talk? I'm sorry.
Sorry, we had a lot of sugar today.
Some trade their dreams for comfort, yet comfort is the enemy of progress. Success requires showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it, and even when it feels uncomfortable. It takes guts and an endless vision to stay consistent to your dream. Now, you can translate that how you want, but don't make compromises. Don't put things aside just to have something smaller, to have something that will do or is in the moment, hey, this is great, but isn't actually what you know you deserve. Now, your soul action is journal, where you can be more consistent in your life, in alignment with your soulful goals, then show up. So it's not really like, oh, she flaked on me. It's more show up for yourself and show up reminding yourself, this is what I deserve. This is what I'm going to get. And I'm not going to settle. Don't be settling.
So I just thought of it, and obviously you can, Erin, forgive me if I'm not saying Erin or Erin.
Okay.
She's got a general question, but we have the...
what is the fertility one?
Fertility one, do you do fertility reads?
Now, it depends on, I mean, obviously I can't tell you an exact date, time, any of that anything's going to happen because the universe takes over. Now, just go ahead and type your question in the comments, and sometimes I can kind of mess the wording around so Spirit isn't so like, oh, I don't want to do that.
I'm going to reply to her real quick.
Yeah.
And just to be like, we need a little bit more.
Yeah, just tell her to go ahead and ask the question and we'll see what it is. What do we have else?
Let me,
who
sorry.
else? What do we have else?
Yeah. Erin or Aaron, however, we'll just do a general reading for her.
Okay. Okay, so general for Aaron.
Where did, oh man, it's the one thing I don't
you
like
can,
about
what you can ask them to comment if you need to or whatever.
Okay.
Okay, Aaron. Ooh, this one's cute. I use the unicorn deck because I love these for general because they cover all sorts of different stuff. Happy surprise. Now, this one says something very good is about to happen. So I do love that. I definitely do feel something is on the horizon, and it's either this week or maybe early next week. But I'm thinking this week. So something good is going to happen. And, even if it's you're in line at Starbucks and somebody paid for your coffee before you got up to a window. I don't know, but, I mean, that's pretty awesome. I get really excited when that happens.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I should have ordered the bigger one.
I do too, because then I don't have to pay for it.
And you don't have to pay for it. Oh my God. So something awesome is going to happen, and if you want to, post up about it. I can't wait to hear because, yeah, you have something to look forward to.
I think that's a kind of a good thing. I know returning back to a video where you got a reading, you don't have to share everything. It's kind of nice to know because you're sending to me. I'd be like, hey, how's it going? How things going? Mm-hmm. Hopefully it's good. And if anybody wants to come back and repost, hey, this worked out. Because you're putting out energy. Yeah. Positive energy into the universe for these fine folks, and I think just not we don't need a constant update. It's not
but share because I mean we're basically all creepy family.
Yeah.
So, and hopefully things work out, and you can always message if you want. I don't care.
Casey said that she does. Erin does love her Starbies.
Oh. Maybe get free Starbies.
And Erin said thank you.
Don't even hate on the Starbies. I'm having a problem with Starbucks right now. I'm gonna cry.
You just have to deal with the fact that we have coffee at home.
That I can't walk across the street. I can't look out the window and see a Starbucks.
So, well, all right, so on that fact, too, so there's a comedian named Ralphie May. He's huge, massive dude, probably like 400 plus pounds. And he got kicked out of the Starbucks because he basically started yelling at the guy making the coffee. But the problem was, and I'm trying to make this funny, I promise.
It sounds very tragic. I mean, it is a true crime group, so maybe if he got arrested.
It was a crime. It was a crime against the coffee. There you go. So he's telling the story, you know, it's a bit, but he's like, the guy that was making his coffee, he was stirring the coffee, and I don't know why somebody at Starbucks would be stirring coffee. It's not a martini, you know, it's not 007. But the guy, the barista, making Ralphie May's coffee, one of his dreads dipped into the coffee and he flipped out.
Ew.
So, we might, and it was a white guy too. And
you know their dreads are always really dirty.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So, you know, be sure when you order your coffee that there's nobody with funky dreads running the espresso machine. I think that might be the point of the story.
Okay. Was Spirit guiding you to let her know?
I was
To
just
steer clear of dreaded
Yes.
Starbucks employees.
steer clear of the.
This is a kind of day-to-day affirmation and support I get. It's amazing. It's always something new every day.
I aim to please.
Whether it involves my gag reflex or not, who knows? See, he enjoys that way too much. Okay, we got anybody else?
I think that's everybody. We're still waiting on the fertility read.
Okay.
Or the fertility question. I said go ahead and type us your question more specifically so we can focus the reading.
Yeah, once we get a little more on that, can you tell your cat not to lick herself like that in front of me? Please. Why? Why would you just let me get a bald cat?
Cross-eyed Asian eyes.
Why don't you just let me get a bald cat? And stop! You guys, save me before I commit my own crime live in the true crime group. But yeah, that was interesting. Like we talked about before we started doing that, is that obviously we know that shit goes down in Hawaii.
Well, we just got it. Go ahead.
It's not like the mainland, you know?
Yeah.
It's just really interesting to me, especially, you know, we lived out there when we moved back, and it's just like, yeah, you know, stuff happens.
Oh, I know a lot of stuff happens.
I know there's parts of town that I shouldn't be in.
There's parts of town I shouldn't even be in.
Yeah.
Casey is, if there aren't any other reading requests, I'm curious to hear about y'all's mental health Monday check-ins. I love the idea of that. Okay.
We should film it one of these times.
Well, you know, it's quite simple. It's a little easier for us just because we have each other, but it's also difficult in that way because we only have each other. And we recently moved to the St. Petersburg area of Florida. Really haven't reached out to a lot of friends or reached out to try and make friends. We've just been kind of doing our thing. And so we don't really have anyone else to rely on but each other and also ourselves. And with the day-to-day life that we live, I would consider it simple.
Oh yeah, very simple.
You know, and I don't,
low impact, low stress. Finally,
Yeah.
after 11 years of being small business owners, and you know, it's one of those things like just kind of checking in and making sure that one, for ourselves, we're able to release whatever is on our brain, or I don't want to say bothering us, but just kind of clogged in our brains. Like, you know, you have those weeks where you're like, man, last week sucked. And you just got to get it out and say it out loud, because that's what helps release that energy. It's not fake. That helps release that. And just like the thing about journaling, writing things down, it helps release that and put those words somewhere to be. And it puts the feeling somewhere to be. So we have a park that is down the way called Sawgrass, and is it city or county park? I think it's county. But
municipal.
there's all sorts of critters and stuff like that, and we love that. Plus, it's Florida, so, you know, we're going to look for gators and crazy birds and tortoises, and that gives us a chance to actually kind of unwind, decompress, not have to think about anything other than this is how I feel in this moment, and giving us time to concentrate just on each other. It's really a concept that we just kind of started doing because we couldn't do it before.
Yeah.
And it was, in our situation before when we owned the business, it was like literally, what, maybe 2 hours a day we would see each other?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
On a good week.
Yeah.
And we didn't have the time or the opportunity to really check in. So we were carrying so much on ourselves energetically, emotionally, mentally, everything. So this gives us a chance to be like, okay, the world can stop because this is our moment to say, I'm releasing this, or I'm excited about this, or just talk about the alligator, baby alligator that's in the water.
Yeah, finding your place to do this thing has really been good. And hopefully this helps some people because not everybody has, I'm not saying this as a bad thing, not everybody has someone they can say things to or confide in and things like that.
Well, I have you.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
Yeah.
And it's, before you, I had nobody.
Yeah, and there's great way to make sure you're showing up for each other and yourselves. Exactly, Casey. And that's, I guess, my long-winded point is, you know, how you mentioned to Tamara to go out in the backyard and yell. You have to emote those words. It's like you're coughing it out. You know, you're coughing those bad vibes out. Even if you don't have anybody. And mental health is a huge thing for me. I dealt with a lot of it personally, family-wise, and it's you have to emote those words to get them out of yourself. If you're going to write them down, I did this a long time ago, you wrote down your fears and you burn them. But you have to say them to get them out of you. And if you don't have anybody there, you can at least put it into the universe, into the world, to at least get rid of it, move it out of your personal space. And that's been a really big thing for me with my pseudo-retirement, moving away from the daily hustle and bustle that I had, that Scarlett had to deal with along with me, even though she wasn't there. So that made this makes things a lot easier. So hopefully you have somebody, and if you don't have anybody, it's still okay because the world might not necessarily be listening, but it can definitely get it out of you.
The universe is listening. Your guides are listening.
There you go.
Everybody who has your back 100% is listening. And, you know, we joke, we have fun in the group, but we do talk about a lot of really heavy and difficult things. I mean, we have the most recent one of the woman in Louisiana with her children. That's a hard thing to swallow, even for us being as morbid as we can be. And that's energy that we store as well. Did she just fall off the couch?
Yes, she fell off the couch.
So that's energy that we store as well. And you just feel for these victims. You feel for, you know, these people that have had wrong done to them. But you end up kind of attaching yourself to that energy and just giving yourself a palate cleanser of, hey, here's a funny cat falling off a couch. You know?
Yeah, thanks for taking a serious moment and, like, you know.
She ruined it. She wrecked it.
You wrecked it.
She wrecked it.
There, you wear the hat of shame.
The red raspberry beret of shame. So, yes, hopefully in all of that it made sense and I don't sound like a lunatic, just talking and talking. Do we have any other questions? I think we're good, honestly, aren't we? Do we have anybody? I'm asking you because you can see it.
Yeah, no, that's it. It's 10 o'clock at least.
Oh, it's 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we rolled.
Woo! We went an hour. So thank you so much. This was really, I mean, this honestly was the most fun we've had doing live.
Yeah, today was a really good day.
Yeah.
Even we couldn't figure out one thing, but we had fun.
Yeah.
We figured this thing out. Hopefully everyone...
Yeah, first night doing it in here. We had fun. Hopefully you guys did. I'm so glad that I was able to give you guys some support, hopefully some guidance. And like I said, we're all here for each other. If you need anything, you can message me. If I'm not available, I won't answer, and I will when I am. I really appreciate the support and, of course, admins of the group for allowing me to go live and trusting me. And yeah, I can't thank you guys enough, and it feels like a little Morbid family, and we're going to do another one of these here in a couple weeks. I'll get the date set up and we'll get it figured out. So thank you so much. Bye, guys.